Hey, welcome everybody to a mod spotlight by Tick. Today we're going to be looking at the piped electrolyzer. So we're going to use that on our base so it kind of help us, manage the gases a little better. Now the piped electrolyzer, you piped out the oxygen. So let me load it up and then we're going to go test it out a little bit. Alright, we're on my test world here. Let me go ahead and drop it in sandbox and reveal some stuff. There we go. Look at all this stuff right here. Looks like a great spot to test this out. There we go. That looks good. Nice open spot. So let's go ahead and start with a couple cells. Now if we look over here, this mod, it's got a whole nother electrolyzer right there. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and set it like right about there. Oh, you can't. So let's get some airflow tiles, put them in there, and then let's put some electrolyzers in here. We'll do the piped one to the right and a regular one to the left. Now of course we're gonna need some water, so let's go ahead and get some water over here and get us a liquid pipe or liquid pump. And then we're gonna get a liquid bridge so that way we know it's split up evenly. But once it gets going, we shouldn't have no problem at all with it. We're gonna put in some water, no germs. We're gonna do a test. We're gonna put it like 290. How cold is that? 17 degrees. Let's take a little bit colder. 11 degrees. -10. We don't want -10 because it just turns to ice. So let's get a little warmer. There we go. 1.3 degrees. And what I want to do is I want to see like how it does. Does the temperature of the gases come out same as the water? So let's go ahead and get some ventilation. Well, first I want to see if, according to the text, they both emit the same amount. But the question is, will the piped electrolyzer work better under pressure than the regular one? Let's go ahead and test that out. Let's go ahead and fill this with hydrogen. This is going to be hard to do. Hydrogen gas, 2K. So we got 2K of hydrogen in there. It's time to get us some worker bots. Get some batteries up here and get us a couple dupes. I guess we'll give them a little area, put some oxygen in for them, and give a little space for the carbon dioxide to go. And there we are. We got water going to the electrolyzers, and they've stopped because they have no power. So let's get some power to them. And now this one's still missing an outlet vent. So let's go ahead and vent this out. All right, said they're both stopped. Max gas pressure. So if we take this down to 1.9, still won't go. What is their max gas pressure? Now there's good and bad about the piped electrolyzer. One of the good is it's piped. One of the bad is, if you look at the power for a regular one, it's 120 watts. The piped one, however, if you look at it, it's 480 watts. So what's that? 3 times the electrolyzer? 4 times? 120, 40. So you could have 4 regular electrolyzers for the power cost of 1 piped. But let's think about this. If you have a, let's do an air pump, a gas pump, right? So let's put a gas pump right there. How much does a gas pump cost? A gas pump is 240. Now if you're putting out 888 and 112, that's over 1,000 G a second. The gas pump only moves 500 G a second. So for the regular electrolyzer, you're going to need 2 air pumps to move it out at a minimum. And on top of that, you're going to need a gas filter because it's putting oxygen and hydrogen in here. Alright, so I just added it up, and 888 plus 112, that's 1,000. So this puts out 2 gas pumps worth of pressure, right? So with the standard setup over here, you're already up to 720 watts. With the piped electrolyzer, in 1 pump, you're up to 720 watts. So basically the same amount of power, but that's where you're wrong. Because you won't have to run this pump as much because it only puts out 112 GS a second. So you can let this room build up in pressure and then pump it down. Let it build up in pressure and come down. Or you can have 5 of these electrolyzers in here pumping out to different places. So the choice is yours. All of this over here or all of this over here. Now let's get back to the pressure. Let's go 1.8. Nope, still not on. Probably because it didn't work. 1.8 takes it right up to 2. So let's just pop in there 1.8. Oh, it ran for a second. 1.7. So it looks like at about 1.7 they both cut on and off, which is good. But if you look, this one keeps going until it builds up to 1800. So if we remove the oxygen out of the left one, so that's the oxygen molecule right there, we'll destroy it. Oxygen right there, destroy it. Yeah, so basically they pump until about 1800 grams. So the pumping is the same. All right, well, I guess this ends my spotlight of the piped electrolyzer. The same splitting will get you the same amount of power to split everything up, except it's already split up for you inside. Now I think this would be a good addition to the game, but I think they should start off with the electrolyzer and then have you research upgrades to the electrolyzer. So after you research the upgrade for like air connection or something like that for the electrolyzer, then you can upgrade your electrolyzer to have the air fitting connected to it, and possibly even upgrade it a second time and have another research to give you a hydrogen port on here also. Just a thought. But I really like it because now your gases are pre-separated, so you don't even have to worry about your oxygen coming out. But something we didn't do that I wanted to test was, what is the air coming out? Ooh, and look at it, it comes out at big chunks too. Did we fill this thing with germs? No, we sure didn't. Gas pipe contents. Here we go. 800, so each block is 888 grams of oxygen, just like it stated. But it comes out at 55.6. Ooh, look at our hydrogen's kind of warm too. So let's drop the temperature of the hydrogen. Actually, you know what? We're going to put this in the vacuum and then we're going to check it out. So let's go ahead and turn off power to both of them. All right, we have a vacuum. Let's hook power back up. Temperature still 57. Temperature up here is between 30s and 40s. But the water coming in is very, very cold. So next thing we'll do is I'm going to cool everything down in this room right here. All right, so if we look, everything's cooled down. Ooh, we're getting some cold damage there. We don't want that. Let's put it back in a vacuum. And then our oxygen is still coming out at like 39, 40 degrees. All right, I deleted everything. And let's try this again. Now we're setting at 20 degrees Celsius in a vacuum. So everything in here now is about 20 degrees Celsius because we just spawned it in. Let's run some power wires. Let's check it again. Oxygen is at 69 degrees Celsius. That is pretty warm. What about up here? Insulated gas pipe contains, yeah, that's pretty warm. 69 degrees. When the hydrogen is 36 degrees. So I'm not understanding that. Oxygen is 49.50, so that room's full already. So we're about 47 degrees. Look at our temperature. Yeah, our insulated tile is 20. So yeah, that's pretty warm air coming out. So you're going to need to account for that. Oxygen about 40, hydrogen about 50. 50 can go to a generator. But this 69, 70 degree air coming out, that could warm up your base pretty well. All right, I just fill this area with a vacuum. And now I want to fill up this space with some oxygen. Look at that. Look how hot that is. I wonder why that is right there. That is some hot oxygen coming out. So if you use the piped electrolyzer, even though we got -1 degree water coming in, it gets pretty hot. So let's try this. We're going to make another one. We're going to use hot water this time. All right, so right here we got 96 degree water. Let's take our insulated, get our insulated stuff going up in here. Let's go ahead and put it near the center so we can get a look at it. Now we look at our temperature. We're getting a vacuum. Everything spawned about 20. We put in 96 degree water. Let's see if this makes a difference. Go to our temperature. Bam. Nope. Still 60 something degree air coming out. Yeah, 70 degree air coming out. The hydrogen is also about 70 degrees. Our pump is overheating because it's too hot. But still, did we run out of power or something? No. No power. Oops. I deleted that real quick. Alright, so yep, that's the introduction to the piped electrolyzer. Be ready for some hot oxygen to come out. So you might want to run it through a some type of cooler. Yeah, I might have threw some steam out and over here on accident. Got the water a little too hot. And they're all dying. They'll be alright. There we go. Got rid of the steam. Oh, but anyways, yeah. So that's the piped electrolyzer. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we're going to be using this in our little asteroid in Ticktown. So see y'all there. Alright, little quick update. To make a regular electrolyzer truly efficient to where it keeps running, you got to have 2 gas filters. So your power draw is actually going to be more. Ooh. Alright, so yeah, so your power is actually going to be more because if you don't have the 2 gas filters, then it gets jammed up. So along with the two gas filters, you have to have splitters and mergers to actually get them to combine right, so you get about 1,000 grams, but there's no backup this way. That's what I'm trying to say. And the temperature, I don't know if we talked about it, was 55 degrees for the hydrogen and 64 for the oxygen. So that's still pretty warm. You get warm air, so you're gonna have to cool it. All right, and that's the last update.